Welcome back. This is the fourth segment of Scott Sports 101, Night 2 NFL Draft, rounds 2 and 3. We did have some picks that came in during the break. I'll announce them right now. And the Bears are on the clock with the 60-second pick. Their pick is in. We'll find out in a few moments who they get. But let's I'll let you know who the picks came in since we left and went on a break. With the 56th pick, the Bears took Ozzie Trapillo, tackle from Boston College. I think that was a good move. They were looking to get a tackle. With the 57th pick, the Detroit Lions took Tate Ratledge, guard from Georgia. And they wanted to get a guard from Georgia. They needed to get a guard. They wanted to add some depth. With the 58th pick, the Las Vegas Raiders took Jack Betch, wide receiver TSU. And I think that was a good move for the Raiders. They needed to take a wide receiver. With the 59th pick, the Baltimore Ravens took Mike Green, edge, and he's a linebacker from Marshall. And with the 60th pick in the NFL draft, round 2, the Denver Broncos took R.J. Harvey, running back UCF, which I think they wanted to take a running back, and I think they were looking to add an additional one. And with the 61st pick in the draft, the Washington Commanders take Trey Amos, quarterback, Ole Miss, and I think that was a good move for them to take that because they needed another quarterback, and he can really run the ball. He can make you pay. So we've got the Bears on the clock, and we've got a few picks left in round 2, and then we're about to go to round 3 after Chicago. Then we got KC and Philly. Got 2 picks after Chicago, and so we'll be getting to round 3 shortly. And but it's been a very interesting round 2, and we've had a few more Ohio State Buckeyes go off the board in round 2, and I do feel that these were some good moves by all the teams, and so I just really feel we're gonna have some more great moves in this draft, and so I want to really for this draft to go where it wants to go, and to really get really taken off. And the Browns have pick number 67 to 94 in round number 3. So we'll look to see who they will take in that round. And but the draft should be back on the air in a matter of moments, and we'll find out who the Bears have taken. And they were 5-12 this past season. They have not been to playoffs in several years, and they have struggled for the past 4 seasons. They have struggled, and they just need a lot of pieces of the puzzle, like the Browns and Giants and Jets do. And I just really they hope they get it. And uh, I don't know. Hopefully they will. And
3 more picks to go right now. 2 are already in the chute.
they got 2 more picks to go around 2 after Chicago.
Earlier, Bills could move up. Earlier, all the way up to 41 to take T.J. Sanders, the defensive tackle out of South Carolina.
Shedeur Sanders still has yet to hear his name go off the board.
39th.
Maybe it'll be round 3 when he gets selected.
The last draft choice in the Bryce Young trade from a couple of drafts ago. I closed the books there. Then the Bears chose Ozzie Trapillo, the tackle out of BC. Now are about to find out their.
But the Bears are 5-12. They were last in the NFC North. Their offense ranked 28th. Their defense ranked 13th, and they have been struggling. We're about to find out the Bears selection right now, and we're going to go back to the stage, and we're going to listen in, and
y'all still going, huh? Oh boy.
And we are gonna let's do a wide receiver, Des White, third round pick in I think it was 2020 or 2021. Well, let's see who they have taken.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Shamar Turner, defensive tackle.
They select Shamar Turner, defensive tackle, Texas A&M.
Twitchy, explosive, great technique. Get up the field.
And I think they were looking to get a defensive tackle. Shamar Turner, he is really explosive, a three-tech shake bull player, and he can make plays. He can make you pay.
I think when he's healthy, you're going to see an even better player. But CD, my favorite.
And he's even better. He's overall 73 and athleticism 78, production 71, and
It's the team
and 36 tackles in 2024, career high. And he can really make you pay. He can keep you from scoring. And 115 tackles in career, 30 plus tackles in each of his last 3 seasons. And
the big drive against Cincinnati.
And he can really make you pay in a game. And the Kansas City Chiefs are back on the clock, and their pick is in. We're waiting for it to come up on the screen, and we will find that out in just a few moments with the 63rd pick. And we're about to find out who the Chiefs took right now. We're going to go back to the stage to hear the selection. And I do believe that to announce this selection, it is going to be wide receiver Delta Hall, 5th round pick by the Chiefs in 2000. Let's listen in.
As a 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Omar Norman Lott, defensive tackle.
Omar Norman Lott, defensive tackle, Tennessee.
Omar Norman Lott, a little bit.
And I think this was a good move. They wanted to take a defensive tackle, something to cover Patrick Mahomes, and
some teams weren't totally comfortable.
And I think this was a good move for the Chiefs.
Wildly graded player, some
And
get very excited about other teams.
he put up a lot of big numbers with Tennessee. 4.0 total football lead, and in each of his last 2 seasons. And
he stay on the field, or were they just rotating people to such an extent?
And 13.5 sacks, 16.5 TFL in his career, playing at Tennessee and Arizona State. So, we have the 64th pick, the last pick in round 2, and Philly will be going on the clock in just a moment. And he had 89 tackles in his career, Omar Norman Lott, and
final pick of the second round is in. We'll get that when we come back and kick off round 3 in a moment.
And we'll get the Phillies pick in a minute, and in a couple of minutes, and then we'll move on to round 3. So we're really starting to we're moving along this NFL draft tonight, but we've had some interesting picks in this second round, and Omar Norman, he really put up some big numbers, and he really he can really make it pay, and he can make those plays. He's going to be a great addition to the Titans, I think. I think he really is, and I just really, and he's going to enjoy playing for the Titans, I think, and we're still waiting for the draft to get back in the air. The pick is in for the Eagles. The 64th pick, the last pick in round 2, the final one in round 2. And then we'll get to round 3. And the Browns have pick 67 and 94. I think they may draft a quarterback, hopefully, with pick 67. Either Shedeur Sanders or Jalen Milroy. I think it's going to be Jalen Milroy. And as I've said before, Shedeur Sanders still has yet to hear his name go off the board. And his legendary dad, NFL Pro Football Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, is waiting to hear his son's name go off the board, and hopefully that will happen. And they've won the last 2 Super Bowls in 22 and 2024, and they're the only NFC team with 11 plus wins in each of the last 3 seasons. Chiefs and Bills, the AFC with the 2 others, and Nick Sirianni's been 40 and 20 as Eagles head coach, 6 and 3 in the playoffs, and so we'll see who they have picked with their second round pick in just a moment, and Jalen Hurts had 18 passes, TD passes, 14 rush touchdowns in 2024. Led QB in rush yards. Running backs, Saquon Barkley, 2024 AP Offensive Player of the Year. He was the AP Offensive Player of the Year, and Barkley led NFL with 2,005 rushing yards in 2024, eighth most in NFL history. So, wide receiver AJ Brown, 1,000 plus reception yards in each of his last three seasons with the Eagles. And so they've had some really big plays made. 17.8 player percentage points allowed in uh, in 2024. Second in the NFL, second fewest in the NFL, and that's also for 172-point pass yard percentage game allowed in 2024 and gained fewest in the NFL. 187.9 pass yards percentage game in 2024, 29th in the NFL, and the pick is Brandon Graham, the defenseman, retired after 15 seasons with the Eagles. The Eagles pick is in. We're about to go back to the stage right now and see what they've selected. They had a former Browns quarterback Jordan Thompson Robinson and running back A.J. Dillon. And we're going to go back to the stand. Right receiver Terrace Marshall Jr. and tight end Harrison Bryant. So we're about to go back to the stage and find out who the Philadelphia Eagles have selected with the 64th pick, the final pick in round two. And so let's go back to the stage, and we're going to listen in, and to announce this pick is DT Bo Allen, seventh pick, a round pick by Eagles in 2014. So let's listen in.
Philadelphia Eagles tonight. Go Birds! With the 64th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles select Andrew Makuba, defensive back, Texas.
And the Super Bowl champs, the defending Super Bowl champ, Philadelphia Eagles select Andrew Makabua, safety, Texas. And I think they were wanting to get an additional safety. I think this was a good move for Texas, and I think this will really add some depth to their team, and he can make big plays and really make it pay. He can stop the quarterback from scoring, and
remember who just left.
Oh, whoops! I put,
Johnson, yeah. So Chauncey Gardner Johnson.
and he can really.
This could be a nice move for them. I think
This was a good move, I feel, for the Eagles, and
middle of the field player Mikey Samer still always around the ball hockey.
and I really just feel this was, and
5 interceptions, really good player. Really finishing off the college football playoff game against Arizona State. Yeah, I turned that game off.
so I really feel that this was a good move for him, and I think he'll be a great addition to the Eagles.
It was nasty in the second quarter. You don't have to keep going. I admitted it. I turned it off.
And we're about to go into round three, and
With low-hanging fruit.
The New York Giants have the first pick, pick 65 in round three. And we will find out who when round three gets underway. And we are now in round three, and the Giants pick is in. So we're about to find out who they did take right about. And now we'll go back to the stage. And we have the United States Marine Corps. We're going to listen in, and they're going to be honoring the fine men and women in the United States Marine Corps. Let's listen.
If you are currently serving,
and in the Navy and the Army, so let's listen in.
Please join these outstanding service members, and if anyone, please be recognized.
And I want to thank all the men and women who are serving in our military for fighting for this country and the freedom we live in each and every day. So that really I salute them. My hat goes off to them. I tip my hat to them. And we're about to find out who the Giants have selected with pick 65, the first selection in round three in just a matter of moments. So, and you're hearing God bless the USA to honor the men and women who are serving in this country's military, the Army, the Marines, and the Navy and the Air Force. And so let's listen in to God bless the USA.
So a nice moment there to kick off the third round. And man, there's been a ton of hits already made. The
All right,
Giants.
so we're about to find out the Giants selection. Thank you to all the men and women serving in our military. I salute them. One more time. That was God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood. You just heard playing before the Giants selection. We're about to find out in just a few moments with pick 65, the first pick of round 3, who the Giants have selected with the 65th pick in just a few seconds. And somebody will be coming to the stage in just a few seconds. But it is really packed there at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we're about to find out who they take, and we're about to find out right now. It's safety Jason Sehorn, second round pick by the Giants in 1994, 31 years ago. Let's listen in.
Pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Darius Alexander.
And they take Darius Alexander, defensive tackle from Toledo. The first player from Toledo to go off the board.
You watch this tape and you see some athleticism.
And he has got a lot of athleticism in him, and he really can make big plays, and he can make you pay as well, and he can really force some interceptions. He can run the ball down the field, and
He's the same player as Chris Jones.
I really think this is going to be a great addition to the New York Giants. And the Chiefs are going to be getting back on the clock for the 66th pick of this draft. And Alexander had 40 tackles in his career, and the Chiefs pick is in. We're about to find out in just a few moments. With their last pick, they'll take Omar Norman Lott, a defensive tackle from Tennessee. Let's see who they take. And then up next, the Browns are right back on the clock with the 67th pick.
Let's go back to the stage. The Chiefs are back on the clock. His compensation for trading with Jerry is Sneed.
Let's go to the stage and let's listen in. And about to announce this pick for the Chiefs, Don Aponte, NFL Chief Football Administrative Officer. Let's listen. And the Kansas City Chiefs select with the 66th pick, Ashton Gillante, Edge Louisville. I think they were looking to get another edge rusher, and they needed that. I think this is a good choice for them. It's a good move to take Ashton Gillante. He can make it pay. He can really put up big numbers. He can make big plays, and he can run the ball down the field, and he can really keep the quarterback from scoring. And I think he's going to be a great addition to the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think he's going to enjoy playing with them. And now we're up to pick 67, and the Browns are back on the clock. Their pick is in. Will it be a quarterback this time? Shedeur Sanders or Jalen Milroy? I think it's going to be Jalen Milroy. But will it be a quarterback, or will it be another player for another position? We're going to find out in just a few seconds who they did take. And so let's I think we're about to go to commercial, so we'll find out when they come back from the commercial.
Spring is a chance to prove you've got this whole.
I mean, the Browns do want to take a quarterback in this draft. Maybe with this pick in 94, one of the other picks they have. But with their last pick that they had, and it was the 36th pick, it's a Quinshawn Judkins, running back, Ohio State. And we'll see who they take with this pick. But I feel the Browns do need to draft a quarterback because they're going to want a rookie quarterback to compete along with Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett for the starting position this upcoming season. So, so I think maybe we'll see the Browns take a quarterback off the board. And Shedeur Sanders has yet to hear his name go off the board. His father, Deion Sanders, still waiting to hear his son's name go off the board. And so we'll see if Shedeur Sanders goes off the board tonight in round 3, or if we'll have to wait till tomorrow in round 4, 5, 6, or round 7. So we shall see. He did not go off the board in round 2 and hasn't gone off the board so far in round 3, but I think he will get taken. And the Browns have not won a division title, as I mentioned earlier, since '89. They've made the playoffs 2 out of the 5 seasons under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Missed 17 straight seasons prior. They've missed the playoffs 17 seasons prior. They've restructured Deshaun Watson's contract, paying $35.8 million. They're going to be parting ways with him eventually, and he's going to be missing most of the season. Signed Joe Flacco, as I mentioned earlier, and traded for Kenny Pickett, as I mentioned earlier. So they're going to be competing for it. And Myles Garrett signed a 4-year, $160 million contract extension, as I mentioned earlier, after requesting a trade. And I really think the Browns, and Garrett had 14 sacks in 2024, second in the NFL. I mentioned that just earlier. I just wanted to remind you guys of that. And Jerry Jeudy had a career high 1,129 reception yards in 2024, sixth in the NFL. But I do think the Browns do need to trap the quarterback in this yards. And 94.6 rushing yard percentage game in 2024, 29th in the NFL. And I think they're going to take Jalen Milroy, not so much George Sanders, but we'll see. And 25.6 player percentage game points allowed in 2024, 15.2 player percentage game points allowed in 2024, last in the NFL. And
we celebrate paperwork on the night.
We're about to find the Browns pick is in, and there's 56 sacks allowed in 2024, 31st in the NFL. The Browns pick is in. We're looking at their war room right now, and we're about to find out who their pick is, who they have selected in just a second. And
this selection's already been handed in.
Yeah, this is I think it's a tough selection for the Browns, and I think fans are expecting the Browns to take a quarterback with one of these picks, either tonight or tomorrow. But they did not take one in round 2 or round 1. So they're hoping it can be right now. We're about to find out who the Browns take right now. Let's go to the stage and listen in.
2025 draft, the Cleveland Browns select Harold Fannin Jr.
Oh, Harold Fannin Jr., tight end, Bowling Green. Oh, another pick they didn't take a quarterback with. And I think this might have been a good move for the Browns.
I don't know how fast this guy is, but man, he sure does run away from.
And I don't know how fast he is, but hopefully he'll put up some numbers with the Browns if he gets a starting spot. And
it's a best friend of the quarterback because you get some easy ones.
And he's kind of one of your best friends, quarterback. You can get some easy ones with him, and
Penn State and Texas A&M.
And he really put up some big numbers at Bowling Green. And the Raiders are back on the clock with the 68th pick, and their pick is in. We'll find out who that is in just a few moments. But hopefully, maybe the Browns will draft the quarterback with pick 94 tonight, because they had yet to do it. And there's the draft room in Berea, Ohio. But the Raiders pick is in, and the last pick the Raiders had was the 58th. They took Jack Betch, wide receiver TSU. Let's see who they take this time. And the Raiders selection is about to be announced. Let's go back to the stage and listen in.
You're incredible. For the last pick, I went out there. I almost didn't make it back. I love you.
And Steve Wisniewski was a Pro Bowl selection in 2024, I think 2015, something like that. Let's listen in.
I am thrilled to get the privilege to welcome another young man into the silver and black. I believe he has a commitment to excellence, and we are thrilled to get, with the 68th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Darian Porter, defensive back.
Well, they take Darian Porter, quarterback, Iowa State, and
definitely has an influence here, doesn't he?
I think this was a good move because they needed to get a cornerback, an additional one. I don't know much about him, but he's 6'2", 7'8", and
so the fluidity is going to show up. Those issues going to show up at times.
And He really, he could put a lot of big numbers up for you.
He's physical on top of
And he's physical and tough. He can make you pay, and
this league right now. And CD
and all it's one of mention and 18 tackles in 2024 career high. And right now we're gonna go take a break. I'll be right back with more. Stay with us.